Question 6. 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? Again, nothing fancy in this question. All these questions are of similar type. In one question, something is getting added up. In another, something is getting divided up. The idea remains the same. We have to find the numbers. The important information you must have is of the English language. Yeah, the word consecutive is new to you, most probably. Consecutive simply means continuous. For an instance, if you are considering 3, then the consecutive integer, if we are taking next 3, would be 4, 5, 6. Again, if we are taking 8, the next 2 consecutive integers would be 9 and 10. That is immediate next to a number. With this idea, let's try to find out these integers. So the given part, we have sum of 3 consecutive integers equal to 51. We just wrote this statement in mathematical terms, and the idea which we learned in this question of consecutive integers, we are going to follow it. So our assumption would be, let first integer equals to n, and you know very well why n, because integers are by conventionally represented with small letter n. So if we have first integer as n, what would be the next consecutive integer? It would be n plus 1. That would be your second integer. For an instance, if you are taking 0, how we will reach 1? It will be addition of 1 to this 0. Therefore, 0 plus 1 would give you 1. We are just providing you an example. Now what would be third integer? We are starting from 0 in our example. So how we will reach 2? It will be 0 plus 2, or in our case n plus 2. Likewise, fourth integer will be 0 plus 3, and so on and so forth. Therefore, this is again the sign of therefore. Second integer will be equal to n plus 1, because again we are considering consecutive integers, that is continuous integers. Third integer would be n plus 2, and we will stop here. This is just for your understanding. Fourth integer would be n plus 3, and fifth would be n plus 4, and so on. But our requirement ends here only, because we are asked to find 3 consecutive integers that when we add them all gives 51. Hence, using given statement, we have sum of 3 consecutive integers equal 51. Just writing the assumed values. First integer is n, that is our assumption. Second is n plus 1, therefore n plus 1. Third one is n plus 2, that is n plus 2, and this plus symbol means they are getting added up, and that equals to 51. Therefore, it is an equation. Now it's just a matter to find the value of n. These brackets are just to avoid the confusion. We are adding it up. So we have 1n, 2n, 3n. That will give you 3n, and plus we have 1 and 2. That is 2 plus 1 gives you 3. Again, they are getting added up, and that equates to 51. Now our aim is to keep this n on left hand side and move all other terms towards right hand side. So 3n, we are transposing positive 3 towards right hand side. It will become negative. So equals to 51 as it is. Positive 3 becomes minus 3. We are writing 3n as it is equals to 51 minus 3 is 48. Cancelling opportunity on the numerator. 1 3 is a 3, 3 1 is a 3, 1 is remainder. It becomes 18, 3 6 is 18. So n is left alone on left hand side, and that equates to 16, and that is the solution of our variable n that we assumed it for first integer. Therefore, first integer is n equal to 16. Second integer is consecutive, that is we are just going to add 1 to it. So 16 plus 1 is 17. And again, the third integer would be 16 plus 2 equals 18. They are consecutive because they are getting incremented with value 1. So 16, 17, 18. Again, we can check our answer, add them up, that will give us 51. Indeed, it gives us. When you add this 16, 17 and 18, it gives us 51. That brings us to the answer of this question, and that completes your question number 6.